Many people begin their mornings with the best of intentions. They wake up early, prepare fresh juice, and believe they are making a choice that supports their heart, circulation, and energy. Beetroot juice has earned a strong reputation for these reasons, and much of that reputation is well-deserved. This deeply colored root contains natural compounds that support blood flow, endurance, and overall vitality when consumed thoughtfully. What often gets overlooked, however, is that beetroot is not a casual ingredient. It is a concentrated food, and concentrated foods deserve attention and balance. Health does not come from intensity alone. It comes from understanding how the body responds, especially as digestion, metabolism, and kidney function change with age. Beet juice can be a helpful addition to a healthy routine, but only when it is prepared and consumed in a way that respects the body's natural limits. This conversation is not about fear or restriction. It is about awareness, moderation, and making choices that genuinely support long-term well-being. Why beetroot affects the body so strongly. Beetroot contains naturally occurring nitrates, antioxidants, and plant pigments that influence circulation and oxygen delivery. When consumed in reasonable amounts, these compounds help blood vessels relax and support efficient blood flow. This is why beet juice is often associated with stamina, mental clarity, and physical performance. The body converts these nitrates into nitric oxide through a complex process that begins in the mouth and continues through digestion. This process works best when the digestive system is calm and not overwhelmed. Problems do not arise from beetroot itself, but from how it is used. Large quantities, frequent intake without breaks, or heavy combinations with other concentrated foods can place unnecessary strain on digestion and filtration systems. As people age, the margin for error becomes smaller. What once felt energizing may later feel heavy or uncomfortable. Understanding beetroot's strength allows you to benefit from it without pushing the body into imbalance. Respecting the ingredient is the first step toward using it wisely. When healthy combinations become too much, many juice combinations look healthy on the surface. Bright colors, fresh produce, and natural ingredients give the impression that more variety automatically means more benefit. In reality, the body does not always respond well to multiple concentrated ingredients consumed at once. Juicing removes much of the fiber that normally slows digestion and absorption. Without that buffer, sugars and plant compounds enter the bloodstream quickly. This can lead to digestive discomfort, bloating, or fluctuations in energy, especially in people with sensitive stomachs or slower digestion. Certain vegetables also share similar compounds that, when combined in large quantities, increase the body's workload rather than reducing it. This does not mean these foods are harmful. It simply means they are better enjoyed separately or in moderation. Health is not about stacking as many superfoods as possible into one glass. It is about creating combinations the body can comfortably process. Simplicity often delivers better results than complexity. Understanding digestion as we get older. Digestive strength naturally changes over time. Stomach acid production may decrease, enzyme output may slow, and the intestines may become more sensitive to rapid fermentation. These changes are not signs of weakness. They are normal aspects of aging. What matters is adapting habits to match the body's current needs. Raw juices are absorbed quickly and can bypass some of the digestive steps that whole foods require. This is helpful in small amounts, but problematic when overdone. Heavy combinations or excessive portions can lead to gas, discomfort, or fatigue instead of energy. Many people misinterpret these signals and assume their body is detoxing, when in reality, it is simply overwhelmed. Listening to digestion is an important skill. When beet juice feels light, refreshing, and supportive, it is likely being used correctly. When it causes heaviness or irritation, it may be time to simplify the recipe, reduce the portion, or change the timing. Comfort is a valuable indicator of health. The role of balance in juice preparation. Balance is the most overlooked principle in modern nutrition. It is easy to chase benefits without considering limits. Beetroot juice works best when it is part of a balanced routine rather than a daily fix-all solution. The body thrives on variety, rhythm, and rest. Drinking the same concentrated juice every day without pause can gradually create imbalances, even if the ingredient itself is beneficial. Rotating juices, alternating with whole foods, and taking regular breaks allows the body to reset and process nutrients efficiently. Balance also applies to flavor. Adding too many sweet or acidic ingredients may improve taste, but it can interfere with digestion or blood sugar stability. A good juice should feel clean and refreshing, not intense or heavy. When preparation respects balance, beetroot becomes a supportive ally rather than a source of stress. Health is built through consistency and moderation, not extremes. Small adjustments often lead to the biggest improvements over time. How sweet additions change the experience. Many people struggle with the earthy taste of beetroot and instinctively reach for sweeteners. While natural sweetness can make juice more enjoyable, too much can change how the body processes the drink. Without fiber, natural sugars are absorbed quickly, which may cause brief energy spikes followed by dips. For individuals concerned about steady energy or metabolic balance, this is worth considering. Sweet additions are not inherently bad, but they should be minimal and intentional. Whole fruits with lower sugar content, used in small amounts, tend to work better than concentrated sweeteners. The goal is not to eliminate pleasure, but to avoid turning a functional drink into something the body must manage aggressively. Over time, many people find that their taste adjusts. What once seemed too earthy becomes refreshing. Allowing the palate to adapt is part of building a sustainable habit. When sweetness supports enjoyment without overwhelming digestion, beet juice can remain both pleasant and beneficial. Acidity and digestive comfort. Acidic ingredients are often added to juices for freshness and brightness. While small amounts can be refreshing, too much acidity can irritate sensitive stomachs. Beetroot itself is not highly acidic, but when combined with strong acids, the overall mixture may become challenging for some people to tolerate. This is especially relevant for those who experience reflux, heartburn, or stomach sensitivity. Digestive comfort should always guide ingredient choices. A juice that causes discomfort is not supporting health, regardless of its nutrient content. Acidic fruits are often better consumed on their own or alongside meals rather than mixed into concentrated vegetable juices. Paying attention to how your body responds after drinking is more valuable than following rigid recipes. If a combination feels uncomfortable, it is a signal to adjust. Healthful habits should feel supportive, not harsh. Gentle preparation encourages long-term consistency and better results. Zaiki gives dairy and raw juices different digestion needs. Dairy products and raw vegetable juices require different digestive conditions. When combined, some people experience heaviness or discomfort. This does not mean either food is unhealthy, it simply means they may not pair well for everyone. Dairy digestion relies on specific enzymes and a slower process, while raw juices move through the stomach quickly. Mixing the two can slow digestion and create a feeling of fullness or bloating. As digestion becomes less robust with age, separating foods that digest at different speeds can improve comfort. Many traditional dietary systems emphasize food compatibility for this reason. Listening to your body's response is more important than following trends. If a combination leaves you feeling heavy or sluggish, consider enjoying those foods at different times. Simpler pairings often result in better digestion and nutrient absorption. comfort, and clarity are signs that your body is processing food efficiently. Leafy greens in moderation. Leafy greens are widely celebrated as some of the most nourishing foods available, and for good reason. They provide vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, and plant compounds that support digestion, circulation, and cellular health. However, even foods with exceptional benefits are best enjoyed with moderation and variety. Some leafy greens contain natural compounds that the body handles more comfortably when intake is spread out rather than concentrated into large daily servings. Juicing in particular removes fiber and condenses nutrients, which can change how the digestive system responds. For individuals with sensitive digestion, slower metabolism, or reduced enzyme production, large quantities of raw greens every day may feel heavy or uncomfortable. This does not mean leafy greens are problematic or should be avoided. Instead, it highlights the value of rotation and preparation. Alternating between raw and cooked greens can make a meaningful difference. Cooking softens plant fibers and alters certain compounds, making them easier to digest and absorb. Light steaming or sautéing can preserve nutrients while reducing digestive strain. Variety also prevents nutritional imbalance and allows the body to benefit from a wider range of plant compounds. When leafy greens are paired with beetroot, gentler options often feel more refreshing and easier on digestion. The goal is not to restrict nutrients, but to present them in a way the body welcomes. A diverse, balanced diet remains one of the strongest foundations for long-term health and vitality. Portion size matters more than most people think. One of the most common misunderstandings in nutrition is the belief that more automatically means better. This idea often shows up with juices, where people assume that larger glasses deliver greater benefits. With beetroot juice, however, moderation is especially important. The body can only utilize a certain amount of concentrated nutrients at one time. Beyond that point, additional intake does not increase benefits and may instead create unnecessary strain on digestion and metabolism. A modest serving allows the body to absorb and use what it needs without feeling overwhelmed. This becomes even more important as metabolism and kidney filtration gradually change with age. What felt energizing in earlier years may feel heavy later if portions are not adjusted. Drinking smaller amounts also reduces the likelihood of digestive discomfort and helps maintain steady energy levels throughout the day. How you drink juice matters as much as how much you drink. Sipping slowly rather than gulping allows the body to respond gradually. Saliva enzymes begin digestion in the mouth, and slow intake supports smoother absorption. This mindful approach turns juice consumption into a calming ritual instead of a rushed habit. When portion sizes are appropriate, beetroot juice often feels clean and supportive rather than intense. Health rarely comes from extremes. It comes from understanding how much is enough and honoring that balance consistently. Timing and daily rhythm. The timing of beetroot juice can significantly influence how it feels in the body. Many people find it most comfortable earlier in the day, when digestion is naturally more active and energy demand is higher. Drinking juice in the morning or between meals often feels lighter than consuming it alongside heavy foods. This timing allows the body to gradually use the nutrients throughout the day, supporting circulation, mental clarity, and physical energy. Morning intake can also feel mentally refreshing, setting a calm and focused tone for the day ahead. That said, individual responses vary. Some people prefer mid-morning, while others feel best in the early afternoon. The key is not following a rigid rule, but observing how timing affects your comfort, digestion, and energy levels. The body offers clear feedback when we pay attention. For some individuals, drinking juice too late in the day may feel stimulating and interfere with relaxation or sleep. Aligning juice consumption with your natural rhythm enhances its benefits and reduces the chance of discomfort. Nutrition works best when it fits into your lifestyle rather than forcing the body to adapt. There is no universal schedule that suits everyone. When timing feels right, the body responds with clarity, steadiness, and ease. Rhythm is one of the most overlooked yet powerful aspects of nourishment. Rotation and rest for long-term use. Even the most beneficial foods work best when they are part of a varied routine. Rotating juices and allowing regular breaks gives the body time to reset and maintain balance. This approach reduces the risk of overexposure to any single compound and supports long-term resilience. Nutrition is not about daily repetition of the same habits, but about patterns that evolve and adapt. Rotating beetroot juice with simpler options such as cucumber or celery-based drinks can feel refreshing and light. These alternatives provide hydration and gentle support without concentrating nutrients too heavily. Variety also keeps habits enjoyable, reducing the likelihood of burnout or boredom. Enjoyment is an important part of sustainability. When routines feel rigid, they are harder to maintain. Whole foods should always remain the foundation of nutrition, with juices serving as a complement rather than a replacement. Chewing, digestion, and fiber intake all play essential roles in overall health. Giving the body time to rest from concentrated foods allows it to process nutrients efficiently and recover naturally. This principle extends beyond juice to all areas of health. Moderation and rotation create space for recovery, which is essential for longevity, comfort, and long-term vitality. Listening to your body's signals. The most reliable guidance you will ever receive about nutrition comes from your own body. No article, expert, or video can fully replace the information your body provides each day. Paying attention to how you feel after drinking beetroot juice offers valuable insight. Notice your digestion, energy levels, mood, and overall comfort. If something feels off, it is not a failure. It is feedback. Health is not fixed or static. It changes with age, lifestyle, stress, sleep, and activity levels. What works well at one stage of life may need adjustment later. Respecting your body's signals builds trust and confidence over time. Instead of forcing routines, you learn to refine them. This awareness leads to better choices and a deeper understanding of your own needs. Nutrition should empower rather than confuse or intimidate. When beetroot juice is prepared thoughtfully and consumed mindfully, it can be a supportive part of a healthy lifestyle. The goal is not perfection or rigid discipline. It is understanding and adaptability. Small changes applied consistently often create the most meaningful and lasting results. Listening is not weakness. It is wisdom. A gentle path to vitality. True vitality does not come from chasing trends, extreme routines, or rigid health rules. It grows from understanding how simple foods interact with your unique body over time. Beetroot juice, when used with respect and balance, can support circulation, energy, and overall well-being. It does not need to be complicated or intense to be effective. Often, the simplest approach delivers the most consistent benefits. Thoughtful preparation, moderate portions, and attentive timing are enough to make beetroot juice a helpful addition to daily life. As the body changes with age, wisdom becomes more valuable than force. Learning when to simplify, rotate, or pause reflects strength, not limitation. Choosing balance over excess is an act of self-respect. When nutrition is approached with curiosity rather than fear, it becomes sustainable and empowering. Each small habit contributes to a larger picture of resilience, clarity, and comfort. Let your choices support you rather than overwhelm you. Vitality is not built overnight. It grows quietly through understanding, patience, and respect for the body's natural intelligence.